Hello everybody, welcome on in. Time to go live. Hello, it's me once again, Hammy Danny. Obviously the main guy behind the screen himself, who you see the hands of, and our boy Hammy in the corner. Good to see you all. Have a drink. So chat, we're finally back again. Table's all set up. I've taken the liberty of clearing it off, mostly. And yes, I've cleared it of all its paints and all the other models, which I do still have quite a few to paint up, which are off screen, but we're not going to be doing them today. No, we're not doing that. And there's a reason for why we're not doing them. We're actually going to be doing something much better today. Something that I've actually been waiting quite a bit for. And finally, literally the other day, they released. Let me get the extra light and show you. We will turn on the advanced light. More light. What is that? Well, Games Workshop released the next set of stuff. The Eldar. That's right, the Aeldari. The brand new Aeldari Codex is here. In fact, let me crank the camera up just a little bit so you can see a little bit more. There we go. Yep. The brand new 10th edition Aeldari Codex is here. I literally got this the other day, ordered in. So, hooray, happy that's come in. And as you can see, it's still wrapped up, so I'll be unwrapping this very shortly. But it's not just this that we're talking about here today, chat. While indeed having the brand new 10th edition Codex is cool, there's something more cool. What I officially ordered. Oh boy. Did I blow some money? Chat, your eyes are not deceiving you. That is 7 packets of models right there. All of the brand new Aspect Warriors. Many of these have not been updated in as close to 20 blooming years, and they are here finally. We have, I will go through them, Assaman, the founder of the Aspect Warriors themselves, and the Phoenix Lord of the Dire Avengers. This is one of the few models that got an update, and who has not, well, technically has not been updated in close to nearly over 20 years. So it's so good to have his model now fully updated. So it can go very well with the new, rest of the lineup of all the plastics and that. It's so good to see, and he looks pretty damn cool. Alongside Assaman, we have Fugan, the Phoenix Lord of the Fire Dragons. Yet again, another awesome figure that has not been updated as far back, for over 20 years. And here he is. And he looks awesome in that fantastic orange and red colour scheme. Kind of model you want when it comes to leading your fire dragons to burn away all your enemies. Alongside Fugan we have Laris, the Whispering Web, the Phoenix Lord of the Warp Spiders. This one right here is one of the coolest looking models that I've seen Games Workshop put out in a while. Just look at that model. Jumping out on this web, which you can assume is like the warp. The image is jumping out of the warp and it's forming this web beneath her feet. So that looks absolutely incredible. And even the paint styles they show in the thing, where it's like there's blues of that web energy on her legs. That's fantastic, and that's certainly something you'd want to incorporate into the model itself. Very cool. Just make sure I'm not getting too shiny. And the fourth of the Phoenix Lord, Baharoth, Phoenix Lord of the Swooping Hawks. This was pretty much the one that pretty much sold me into getting a lot of these. I mean, look at those freaking wings. Not even the Blood Angels in their recent releases have had wings like this. It's incredible. And I always like having models that have like they're meant to move fast, and this is clearly what. And Balrog is there to move fast and deal damage alongside his units. So that's awesome. And we have the Aspect Warriors themselves, the Fire Dragons, which comes in a box of 6, 5 official units, and the Aspect Shrine for their warriors themselves. Of course, they can be built the way that you see on the front, or they can be built the way on the back, which I like variety. I do love variety when it comes to my models, so that's awesome. And that is the Fire Dragons. Another updated one, in fact all of these have pretty much been updated, the Warp Spiders. Yet again, another really cool model, especially the one in front with the extra 4-armed like blasters underneath. It's just great looking. And of course, like all the others, can be built in a variety of different ways, and I love that. They really are quite impressive, the Eldar. I must say, I've grown quite a liking to how they, are. The actual models themselves. They're pretty cool. And finally, the Swooping Hawks, which was pretty much the ones that I said if I'm going to get any of the new Eldar wave, it was going to be the Swooping Hawks. But I'm super glad I got my hands on the rest of them as well. I mean, any kind of unit that has baller wings like this, you're going to get them. And once again, a show at the back. And of course, that's 5 warriors in each of these packs and 1 aspect shrine. Just like various other aspect warriors. And that is what I got on release day for the brand new Eldar. There are actually 2 other models, and they are both vehicles. So unfortunately I was not able to get my hands on them during release day, but that's okay. So chat, today we have them, all these models. We've got a lot to get through, and I intend to put as many of these together as I can on stream for all of you. So please join me in enjoying the thrill of this hobby of mine, which has become a true hobby. I truly love this hobby. So obviously there's one place to start, and that is of course the Phoenix Lords themselves. We have to start one place. We're going to start with the Phoenix Lords. So let's put these over here. I want to obviously during my free time browse through my Codex Aeldari, but here we go. We have of course the 4 Phoenix Lords themselves: Asuman, Fugrin, Laris and Baharoth. The 4 Phoenix Lords, each of their own aspect. So it's a case of, where do we start? Where do we start? They all look great, and honestly I can't wait in either one of them. So, you know what? Because it's the most unique, let's start with Laris. I will pop these dudes to the side over here. Yes, I know probably obviously want to put Asuman put together, but I honestly want to put the Warp Spiders together, so let's start here, shall we? And chat, if you like what you see, spread the word, let them know that I do miniature building, but not just miniatures, but I'll also do gaming videos as well, which ironically since the beginning of the year I haven't done a lot of gaming videos. So I need to get back on that at some point. While my dogs happily just trot around in the background. Back while I'm at it, let me open this as well, so I can at least peer over and read while I'm doing this. Unfortunately, I don't think any of you are going to be able to read what I'll be reading, for obvious reasons. Hell, I paid money for all this chat. Did you? I think not. I might need a bag for this rubbish. Oh. I mean, you just start with an image like that in your book. I mean, you just look at that chart. Look at that art. Look at that. Look at all those models, chat. Is that not awesome? And all the aspect warriors are on there, and all their Phoenix Lords. They look great. Yep, all of it's on here. The Pantheon. Oh my goodness, the Pantheon's on here. Oh, nice. At least that's one way I can keep up the tabs with the Pantheon of the Aeldari. Goodness me. Yep. Yeah, the Hand of Assaman. Ammunition for shuriken weapons is stored. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, because they use these unique weapons that they called shuriken weapons. So this is obvious, but that's not what we're looking at. The Howling Banshees and Jinzar. I have Howling Banshees, chat. I do have already pre-painted Howling Banshees. I just have not got Jinzar yet. So, the Swooping Hawks, the Baholoth, the Fire Dragons, Hugin. There we go, the Whoop Spiders. Lyris, the Whispering Web. So they're equipped with weapons. Okay, oh, is that it? Oh, there it is. It's all on one thing right there. Oh, base plate. Nice, decent sized one. So Warp Spiders are equipped with warp jump generators on their backs that allow them to jump, perform warp travel, which is pretty damn dangerous when you consider that in the warp, a certain Chaos Lord is trying to devour their souls. But there you go. My gosh, that's a lot of small bits and bobs. This is going to be a fun build. This is going to be a super fun build. Let's get my bits ready. We can begin in a minute. And Death Spingers. These weapons produce a long thread of fiber wire. The gun uses a magnetic containment field to spool the wire and discharge it in expanding spiraling mass. Those caught in the cloud of razor threads are sliced apart by the wires. Ouch! Oh, that's nasty. So they fire basically razor wire that then spins and basically shreds anyone in its way. That is a lethal blooming weapon. Yikes. I would not want to be on the bad side of those weapons. Okay, so let's point out the individual parts we need to cut through, and we can begin. So we need 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we can begin the gluing process. Make sure I got the right area. Yeah, 1. That's, which part is that? That's 3. Okay, that's 3. No matter if it's not all in numeric order. If you will have a problem with me not cutting anything in numeric order, or you can take it up for someone else. 3. So 3 would go. Oh, I see, right there. Yep. 2. 2. 4. Oh my gosh, this bit's got a few very teeny fine bits. I gotta be careful when I cut. There we go, like there. Because of all like the thin bits, like the wiring from like the web way that you're jumping through. No, not the web way. You're jumping through the warp, aren't they? They're not jumping through the web way. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I see. That's the back. Oh yeah, yep, I see. Yep. Oh, I see. That's the that's the legs. This is the legs. So on the back like that, like so. Okay. Okay. So that's the separate legs. Okay, let that stick on and dry into place, because this may take a bit of time, chat, but that's why I'm here to chat with you as well. While the back part of the leg starts to glue, I will now acquire parts 7 and 6 and glue them together in advance, because that is the torso, and the torso will go on afterwards. And I have a feeling one of the dogs is either seeking attention or he's just being a little hooligan. Probably the latter, one being a little hooligan. Now you can't actually see the detail on what I'm actually cutting off of these, chat, but there is some very nice printed detail on these miniatures. I mean, just look at the spruce itself, how it like they never like Games Workshop never printed like the Warhammer logo in the corner of their things until this particular wave. So just shows you. Let's pull this piece off. There it is. And one more piece over here. Try and get it so you can all see what I'm doing on camera. Now let's get the mold scraper, just gently straighten it up a bit. Sure that fits together and there's not going to run into any problems. Nope, don't look like it. And there's even little squares on the thing, so the arms can just slot into place nicely. I do like it when models include that, because it means it's like, oh, don't worry, the arms go in this way. We've got little holes to help you slot them into place. They don't wobble around. Because I've often found that with some models, like you try and glue the arms on, and it's like you're trying to get the right angle, and it's like, oh no, the shoulder's too hunched high or too low, what have you. And that's always a problem, and it just makes it look awful. And I don't want my models to look awful, I want them to look good. Not just, you mean, built well, but also painted well. Yeah. A bit of extra. No, yeah. I used my snip snips there because snip snips. I called them snip snips. Sorry, I used my detail cutters because I wanted to be careful because the extra piece was right on a little piece that's supposed to like plug into the actual thing itself, and I didn't want to risk it damaging anything. Okay, so that goes into, well, would have. Come on, line up for me. This is a little too big. Okay, let's glue that on to there. Okay, that's one leg. Nice. And let's slip the other leg right onto there. Yeah, nicely. So once again, a little bit more glue. A bit there. On the joining part, not the hole part, because I don't want to risk getting too much glue in the hole. So you get like the legs jumping outwards like that, with a little bit of warp energy kind of trailing from behind. So that is the legs. Well, now we need the feet, and the feet are, well, you know, they're actually one piece. So now comes the scary part, making sure that I've put these feet at the right distance between each other, because if they're not, oh, that's kind of screwed me up. Nope, I've got them at the right distance. Excellent. So that's actually glue the feet together, which is, they're technically connected, and that will help to solidify everything else in place. There we are. Make sure I got that in right. Nice. So the legs are now held together both by up here and down here. So that's really nice. Let that dry a minute. What else do I need to go? Let's do the head. So that requires 10 pieces, 10 and 11. I've already spotted piece 10. Which, again, all these models have like little ball and socket like slot joints, so that's nice. So at least that way it will slot in easily. Well, as easy as they usually can do. Because I have had once or twice a little bit of a problem with them doing that. Like you try and slot the joints in and it's like, nope. There, okay, that's easy. So, joint, slobber, a little bit of glue, and blink, blink, wipe, a little bit of wipe, wipe away a little bit of the excess. There we go. It's alright, because all of the excess will disappear once these have been base coloured. So that's the head done. Now we need the two arms, which is 9 and 8. 9 is carrying that awesome sword. where's 2? Oh, here it is. 2. 1, 2. That's the 2 arm pieces. So now we need to connect the torso to the legs. So there'll be a glue in there, and we will slap that in place. Well, that fitted in perfectly. That was perfect. Perfectly slide into place there. As you can see, we have a drink. God's precious water. Although I might switch it up in a bit if I start feeling a bit tired. You right, boy? Okay, let that dry on for a minute before we move on to the next piece, which will be the head and the arms. Let me just check. What's that? Bit of rubber, bit of plastic. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so the next part would be dry fit the stage before gluing. So in other words, yeah, which this would be, so after the main body, it's a case of doing the arms, which is going to be, this is where it's going to get very interesting, chat. Okay. I think the wind's picking up outside again, as usual. It's a bit of a windy day at night. Let me move those mould lines. So a bit. Some rather ugly looking mould lines right there. I don't want to see them. Let's see ugly looking mould lines. There we go. Go away. Leave those mold lines. I see. Okay, I can see where the connecting points are going to be. So we need. So I'm going to set this up now. Put the arms. Oopsie daisy. Put the. How the body's going to look, and we'll put the torso here, and the body parts here. So 12. Let me line these up properly. 13. 13, which is here, so that needs to go about there. Yeah. So this is a dry fit, so I need to make sure that these are all fitting properly into place before I start gluing. So there we go. One arm, like that. So that's 13. That is 13. So we now need 14 to do the top parts. 14 is here. Snip, snip. Check for any mold lines. That's not too bad. Check the dry fit once again. Nice. Fits pretty perfect. Hang on, boy. I'll let you out in a minute. I think one of the other ones has fallen asleep on the rug. Okay, there we go. So that's 2 applied. So we now need to apply the other 2 on the inside, which is going to be fun. So I'll let these parts dry to start with. So let's try and set this so nothing gets knocked. There we go, that's perfect. So we need to be 15 and 16. Oh my. And all these parts seem to, and some of these parts seem to interconnect, like this part here, the bottom on number 16, it looks like it's going to connect to the web piece at the bottom. So that's 16. I've just cut free. So 16 goes on this side, down here. And part 15 on the other side. So, snippy, snip, snip, snip. There we go. 15, 16, right there and there. Looks good. So they want to clip on the insides there. But the next part is the fun part, the base. So what I'm going to do, because I'm letting everything dry and then letting bits I've already done dry before I put them all together, I'm going to get these parts set up to go. So I'm going to very carefully cut away the web. And I say carefully because whenever there's like moulded plastic that's like that small, I really want to be careful with it, as I do not want to risk anything like snapping. Now I'm pretty sure it won't, but just to be safe, I'm going to take my time. Oh, there we go. So that's the first piece. So that is 18. So there. And now we'll go to part 17, which is the other half. So I'm just going to very slowly snip away at what I feel is the most sensitive areas, so that way once anything with a high tension gets cut away, it doesn't cause like, oh you mean like that small little area is going to take all of the pressure from the whole thing, like the mould, and it's going to risk something breaking, because we do not want that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so these need to go together basically. Now how is that going to work? Let me see. I don't quite know. Unless, oh hello, does this, I think I see. So that piece, no. I'm going to have to take a very long hard look at this to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. Okay, I think, no. What am I doing wrong here then? It must be a way to line these. Oh, I see it. There we go. Yep, I see. So the web looks like that. Now obviously it's come away again, but I can see it now. I can see what I need to glue. So I'm going to apply a very small amount. Oh, hang on, the boy wants to go out. 1 second, chat. You want to go out for weeks, do you? Are you sure? Alright. Come on then. I'll let you back in a minute. Grumpy old boy. Yeah. Okay. So make sure that I know where I'm going with all this, so that way it all gets together nicely. 'cause that's the tricky part, really. Yeah, I see it. I see. Yep. You just about get it, and then it kind of clips away again, doesn't it? Oh, there you go. I see it now. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to apply a little glue to the joining parts, of which there are 3, 2 on one side, 1 on the other. I'm very carefully going to try, and there we go. Perfect. Look at that. Thin as it is, once it goes together nicely. Lovely. So that's the web done. Let's now apply. I think enough time's gone by. Let's put the head on. So I'm going to apply a little bit in the hole. And I'm going to now slot the head in place, like so. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to do the arms, because I may as well do the whole thing. So arm in place like so. There's enough glue there, so that should hold in place nice. Yep. A little more glue over this side. Tap tap. And we want to apply it angled down a little bit. There we go. Leaping straight at you, chat. Look at that. And that's before her backpack's even been applied. Well, her whoop jump generator. So let's place that down, let the arms and that dry into place. Let me go back to this. And let's take a looky at this now then. Now how are we going to do the arms here then? Oh, I see, there's like a tiny little slot. Tiny, teeny, weeny little slot it's supposed to go into. Okay. So glue. Line her up. And slot the arm into place. Into that teeny weeny little joint in the corner. And the same goes for the other end. Let me just check. Yep. So once again, a little bit of glue in the corner. And we're just going to slide that, oh careful, slide that into place like so. There we go. So the generator looking good. Let that dry on. Dry into place like the rest. And we can move on to the next part just as soon as I let the dog in again. Better? Ah. Feeling much better, apparently. Good boy. Right, so now we're going to cut away the remaining part of the base now, and we will assemble that. And according to this, there is a part where you want to make sure that it clips into place properly. So we will make sure that we do that. And once we've got the base on, we've got to then make sure it's all assembled. Then the base gets glued to the base, gets glued first, and then we put lycris. Try and say the name right. It's lycris. Lycris, the whispering web. So It goes like that. Calm yourself, boy. You are getting very randy. Yeah, a little bit of glue. And just clip into place, just like so. So now, we now need to, oh I see. Yeah. So there's a little lip right here on the back that you're supposed to connect to the base right there. Make sure it's all of that. Yeah, I see. Oh, I see. Clever, clever. Sneaky little bastards, aren't you? There we go. Make sure I apply enough glue there. And we get ready to line it up and place it into place. There it is. I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to look, isn't it? Yep, that's exactly how it's supposed to look. Awesome. So, I'm going to take this to the side and I'm going to get ready to apply base to this. Make sure that I've done everything else correctly, so that way we can all see everything in the right path and way. There we go. The base is on. Yes, chat. And apparently, once that's glued on, Lycris has 4 points that she needs to be glued from. But before we can do that, we need to place her warp generator on. So, let's carefully pick this up, apply the glue to the joining nozzle, right there. Grab Lycus and slot that directly into place, and the hair lines up nicely also from the whole thing. Look at that, chat. Awesome. Once again, let that dry into place for a minute or two. Gently, gently, gently. There's the down. So everything else dries. And then we finish off by gluing Lycus to the base itself, which has, according to this, 4 potential joining points. So we want to make sure that we get them. So here, 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 and here. So 4 points. So obviously the feet, there's going to be a little bit of wiring, energy wiring the back, and of course the actual bottom parts of her warp generator are also connecting. So yeah, closely associated with these. Take the name. Also, I take the name from tiny arachnoids within every craft world superstructure. Oh, so there's actually spiders. So even on massive craft worlds, they even have spiders. These minute crystalline creatures defend their
the infinity circuit of their craft world's home with psychic intrusion. Ah. So in other words, the actual spiders themselves, these little arachnids, protect their craft world's infinity circuit. That's interesting. They can move throughout the Wraithbone core, melting their sparkling bodies into its fabric before crystallizing in a new location. Ah. So that's something interesting, chat. That's quite nice to know about, where the warp spiders got their names from, which were these little spiders on their craft worlds. That's quite cool. Warp spiders have special gear and battle armor reflect the tiny warp spiders of which they owe their name, each bearing a compact warp jump generator upon their backs. These arcane dimensional devices allow the warriors to make short warp jumps, disappearing in the blink of an eye only to reappear dozens of feet from their original position. This ability is used to make sudden unexpected strikes upon confused enemies. Armed with their signature Death Spingers, a unit of warp spiders can wreak havoc on the flanks of opposing armies, weakening the foe and priming them for destruction. So, yeah, no, warp spiders are not to be trifled with. Okay, I think we're about there. So, let me pick up Lycus, and let's check that. Okay. Aha, yes, I see. Oop. So, one goes there, the other goes there. Okay, don't worry, I can arrange this nice and easily fixable. So the legs go into, yeah. Yep, so obviously this arm's going to have to come down a little bit. Okay, I can see where it needs to go now. So, now the fun part. The glue. I want to make sure I get the right amount, because once I get these in place, that's it. This is where it all comes down to it. Ooh, make sure I don't put too much. Now, this is where we separate the men from the boys. One. Ooh, I'll pick this up a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. One. A little bit more. Two. Bring the legs down a little bit. There we go. Bring that arm into place. Oh dear, kind of, come on. There we go. Oh boy. I think I might need to apply just a little more glue to the wet part because it's kind of coming loose. But that's okay. Just gently hold. Sorry, I'm having to hold this upwards, chat, because I've got very sticky hands at the minute, and I'm trying my best to hold this model in place as I glue it down. I'll grab Lycus and I'll just push, gently push down. Okay, maybe just a little more over here, just a little bit, don't want too much. And like I said, it's not too much of a problem, chat, because again, once I prime the model, that will help to solidify anywhere it's still a little bit loosey. dear, it's coming loose. Hang on. Yep, it came loose. No problem. I can fix this. I can fix this. I can fix this, chat. It's just the weight of like it's itself on that particular base piece makes it just a little bit on the tricky side. So this is probably one of those situations where you kind of have to let it dry properly before you do anything. But there you have it, chat. Lycus the Whispering Web. That looks so freaking cool. I'm going to pop her to the side and let the glue dry very gently. I'm going to try and place her so everything glues into place. Oh dear, she's dropping, and again it's not. Hang about. I'm going to be here a bit, chat, because this is not gluing down the way I imagined it would. Oh Lord, I don't know what I'm doing, chat. Hang on. Got all that done. Now we get to the final part and it just decides, you know what, we're not even going to bother gluing to the base. We're just going to be a pain, which is not what I want. I want you to glue to that base and lock into place, like so. So do me that favour, model, and just glue in place. I might have to find some way to hold it upright, methinks. That's what I've got to do, that's what I've got to do. Find some way to hold it upright. Maybe if I try doing it upside down. There we go. I think I got it this time round. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Wait a minute, she's not even facing the right way. What's going on with this? Oh. Oh. I see. I think... No, that's not right. That can't be right. What is going on here? What am I doing wrong? Oh, there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I got it. There we go. But that can't be right. Can it? No, that's not right. There it is. That's more like it. Yes. This still doesn't make sense. It's still not gluing into place properly. So why not? Oh. Just making a gluing mesh, chat. I need to stop a minute, chat, because at this rate I'm just going to end up doing some more damage than was necessary to this model. I don't want to damage it, so let me just clean up what I've done a little bit so I don't do any damage. Apply just a little bit of water and clean that up a little bit. If I see the connection point now, I can see what I have done wrong. There we go. I see what I did wrong there now, chat. It's funny, it only took a few minutes to figure out that I was doing something wrong. And there we go. It took me about 10 minutes of fiddling around, as usual. For goodness sake, why isn't it? I could swear I got this in the right angle. No, that can't be right. No, that is right. There we go. Okay. Isn't this an interesting chat? Isn't this an interesting thing, chat? You get to see me struggling with my models, trying to get them glued the right way. I trust you'll truly do enjoy watching me wobble around. Hey, Bumper Kiss, welcome on in. And no, I am not interested in that, thank you. Do not come into other people's chats saying, go here for bits and bobs, please, thank you. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Now it's locked in. Now it's gluing into place. That's better. Whew, okay. You know, chat, I really hate that when people come into chats and they say, oh, we've got cheap viewers here, go to this website. No. You do not come in to a person's chat and leave crap like that. You don't do it, chat. You don't. Let me go to, oh boy. Is there any way I can get rid of that? No, not really. Oh well, never mind. It's not really, no one's going to really click on it, are you, chat? So, that's one Phoenix Lord taken care of. I got a little tricky near the end, but thankfully once I glued Lycus to the web, she sat into place nicely. So, hoorah! Lovely. So, who shall we go next? Why not? Baharov of the Swooping Hawks, who is also, I think I just flipped by him a bit ago. There he is, Baharov, the Cry of the Wind. The first of the Phoenix Lords to master aerial combat. Really. Found the Swooping Hawk's shrine, he is the most youthful and vibrant of the Phoenix Lords, and has always revelled in the freedom of the skies and the sensation of sunlight upon his wings. Lovely. Once again, more plastic rubbish. Throw out of the way. Cough. And much like this, the last one, I imagine it's going to be one of those models where I likely will want to let everything dry before we get there. Oh, and there appears to be even less pieces than Lycus, but the good thing about this model, outside of Lycus, is not as many very small pieces, it seems. So that's super nice. Let me put the mold, put this somewhere out of the way. Over there, I guess. And the boxes elsewhere as well. Out of the way. Okay. Well, it's nice that the leg and the base are already pretty much one piece, as can be seen. So let's clip these bits away, and I think my boy wants to go up on the sofa. One piece, chat. It's just one piece right there. This is not going to stand up yet, but... What? You want on the sofa? Yeah. Pardon me. So, there's the standing piece and the leg. So we now need to take parts 4 and 3, which is the torso. So clip any mold lines, not too much, thankfully. Now where is number 4? 4. There is 4. Again, very nice design. Make sure there's no mold lines. I may have to wash my hands after this, as they look a bit eek from all the glue that I recently used. But you know, these things happen. So I'm going to apply a little bit of glue around the rim. It says around here, which is the connecting point of the model. And then I'm going to shove the rest of the glue on the back end here, which is going to fuse both the front and the back together. So, something, oh gosh, yep, so, come on baby, piece there, and, come on, oh, there we go. No problem. Just like that. part 5, which is his leg. And then I have to cut 6 parts 8 and 6. So that side piece, and part 6, which is his belt, which I'm assuming are his grenades. And the other being his very cool las blaster, which are obviously kind of like the las weapons wielded by Aeldari are similar in function to those operated by the armies of mankind. They are, however, far more refined, accurate and reliable. The Superhawk's las blasters are designed with mobility and rate of fire in mind. A band of Superhawks can unleash a facade of searing las fire and take to wing before the enemy can retaliate. Nice. His las gun arm and his sword arm now. Yeah, because all the Superhawks need to have killer freaking like bladed weapons like swords and that. Great, but of course Fugun has an axe, so you know he's going to be he's the more, oh yeah, I've got an axe. Got either pussy swords. Pussy swords. Okay. Right, so leg. Like so. Leg and foot there. So he's like leaping up off the thing, like so. Is there more to this base that I'm missing here, or something? Oh, there is more to the base, okay. I completely did not notice that, but there is actually more to this base, chat. Right. In fact, you know what? I know it's supposed to be done at the end, but I'm just going to do it now. Because why not? If it helps to stabilize the rest of the build, I will gladly do that. So, yeah, just like that. Cool. So, once again, glue all around the, just like so. And glue that into place like so. Make sure that's all the way in. I might have to get a little bit of glue in my hands, but at least now it can stand upright. Look at that, chat. And they expected me to wait till the end. Yeah, right. Although granted, the fun part is going to come near the end when we've got to do the wings. Oh boy. The wings. Let's just say I have a bad experience with winged creatures, mostly due to the winged Tyrannid Prime, chat. I had to do one of them a few months ago, and my god, when you're trying to do the wings on them because of their weight, it can be so difficult, especially if you have no way of like keeping them in place. I mean, granted, the wings on this are quite light, so it might not be as big of a problem. So make sure we clip. I mean, they're nice wings. They are really nice little wing pieces right there. Yeah. A little bit of crap right there. That's okay. but that's okay. 14. I'm gonna, much like the last one, I'm going to do some of these parts separate as the rest dries, because that at least gives me the time I need to just get on with the bits all drying together, and then they can all just be assembled together. So there's the wings. Number 12 is the backpack itself, where the wings attach to. So I'll cut that out now. So the wings would go basically just slot onto there. Huh. You know what? They're expecting me to glue these wings on after it's on the model, but for stability purposes, I'm going to glue them to this before then. So at least that way it's all together as one. There we are, like so. There we are. The wings. Awesome. I'll place that there and I will let that dry. There's also, oh, it's just the head now. The head and the plumage. And that is an awesome looking head with like the bird like mask. And there's an awesome piece of plumage. And I know for a fact that with a lot of these Aeldari, it's going to be a hoot to paint them. Especially with the fact you've got to blend quite a few of their colours together, especially for like Baharov with his like plumage that's got like multiple colours on it. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're doing there, game. I see what you're doing there. A little bit in there, a little bit on the front. Not too much, just enough. Now we just know. There we go, there's the head. Obviously, do my fat fingers, there we go. The head of Baharov with his absolutely stunning plumage. So now we need to apply various bits of armouring jewellery, which is on the body itself. So I'm just going to take a little glue, apply the grenades first. There we go. So that's the grenades done. So the next piece is this one. So how does, let me just flip back a minute so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, I see. Like that. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yep. Easy. One more glue once again. Grab the piece and slots into place. Nice. Look at that. He's really coming together, and he's certainly coming together a lot quicker than Lycus did. Look at that. I can just stand him upright and he stays in place nicely. Okay, so the gun on this arm, and it looks like it connects to the bit here, so stability basically. The sword arm, which is unlike Lycus upright, so that will go onto there, and there are concealed joining parts, so this will be nice and easy. Then it's a case of popping the head on, which has got a little nub bit to help me to direct it into place. In fact, let me do that now. Let me do the head. A little bit of glue. Take the plumage and slot the head into place like that. So he should be. Does he look to the side? Yes, he is. Yeah. So he's looking to the side like that. Beautiful. And again, Lycus has got some, Baharov, sorry, has got some pretty damn baller colour scheme. Good thing I've got all the colours ready for that. Because he really does look so nice. And even now, I haven't even finished putting him together. He looks so good. Okay. Sword arm. There, and there. Make sure we've got enough glue on the thing. I may have to go out and get some more glue at this rate. Sword arm up. And we'll now do the gun arm. So the gun arm, again the glue. The sword arm has just popped out of place because it's not dried yet. Yeah, let's let the sword arm dry before we do anything stupid. How are the wings coming along? Yep, good. So the wings would go into the back like that. And my god, does this look like an awesome model? Oh, I love these models. Right, let me check Lycus again. It should be glued in place properly now. Yes, she is. There we go. That is how the model should look. Look at that. And she'll look even better once she's been primed and ready to paint. Just had to give her a little bit of time to obviously get primed properly. Just check what's going on here. Okay. I need to tidy up the blooming mess. So, we'll read a bit more on this. Yeah. To enhance their natural physiques, the war gear of the Swooping Hawk is constructed from exceptionally light cellular materials, delicately crafted to reduce their weight even further. Their wings are composed of vibrating feather plates to incorporate into their designs small gravic lifters that allow them to soar far above the battlefield with grace. Speed and agility reminiscent of Fuchur the Great Falcon. Awesome sauce. And again, these guys will fly across battlefields, including on the tabletop, and they drop grenades into the battlefield, which is awesome. And Baharov himself can grant our Swooping Hawks the ability of deep striking. So literally it's just a case of, that's leave the battlefield for the time being, up, out of the battlefield for a little bit, and then come back down again. I mean, okay, I didn't read that. 14 moves. He's got movement 14. Christ, these guys move fast. That is a hell of a move. That is impressive. Okay, so the next part is the arm. We have to connect the lower part to the joint as well. So glue there, little there, and on the arm right there. Now to connect them together. Wow, that was easy. Wow, that was so easy. I honestly was worried that arm was going to be, the gun arm was going to be the tough one. But look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Just holding it perfectly in his other arm. Oh, I've got a pretty big arm. And you know what? Let's do it. Let's glue the wings on. Shouldn't you wait? Well, I'm going for it. Just hope it doesn't cause too much overall weight, and grab hold of the whole body itself, and make sure it's in properly. Same properly. Make sure. Oh, look at that! He's not even glued to the base yet, but he's done. Chat, that was a much cleaner build. Just the case now of gluing him to his base. So I will now apply the glue to the underside of the base like so, all over, and plop him down there. He is, chat. Baharov, the cry of the wind, Phoenix Lord of the swooping hawks. Now this is a hell of a model. This is definitely, this is the reason why I picked this particular model. I didn't know it was going to be this easy to put together, but look at him, chat. He looks so cool. This is such a cool model. I love it. This is definitely so far my favourite of the Aeldari. I mean, seriously, just put him together now. I'm going to stand him next to his sister Phoenix Lord. I mean, literally, just putting him together has put me in the mood to put these together straight away. But I made the decision to do the Phoenix Lords first. We're going to do the Phoenix Lords first. So while I so badly want to get those swooping hawks out and just put him with their Phoenix Lord, we're going to do this the proper way. So once again, big piece of empty spruce. Shove that over there. Let's do Fugen. And once again, into the book. I'm pretty sure I already flipped past him. Fugen, the Burning Lance. The Phoenix Lord of the Fire Dragons. For a millennia, Fugen has traversed the labyrinthian subground that is the Webway, relentlessly pursuing enemies of Aeldari across the galaxy, and merging only to deliver fiery retribution upon them. Cool. So these guys are equipped with fusion guns and obviously flamers. Fusion guns, the type of melter weapon developed by the Aeldari. Eldari fusion weapons can cause the molecules of the target to hyper-vibrate, causing enough heat to engulf the victim in flames before turning to molten liquid and evaporating. Christ! That is awful way to die. And the flamers unleash a stream of highly refined and adhesive fuel which ignites upon leaving the barrel of the gun. The dragon's breath flamer is a particularly devastating version, wielded exclusively by the Fire Dragon Exarchs and valued for its potency against infantry. Ooh. Now that is a weapon I can get behind. And there is his spruce. Again, it's not as big as obviously Baharov's, as there's quite a few little pieces here and there, but that's okay. I can certainly see this working out alright. So, at last, let's do it. And Mike, look at that weapon, for goodness sake. Look at the size of it. He's one-handing. Is he trying to compensate for something? Don't answer that, chat. Oh. Oh, it's opens this way. Usually I expect you to flip. No, we're going to open it this way. Okay. Right. Here we go. So, part 1. Dogs are snoring. Oh, this is boring. Let's just go to sleep. Danny's doing a video. Let's go to sleep. Yeah. Chat, how is everyone's Sunday been? Has it been good? I hope so. Okay, got to cut the flag banger part, which goes on the back. Here we go. So cool looking. Ooh, don't you do anything stupid. Oh, there we go. Okay. And it's especially nice when it comes to characters that have carry banners or flags. That's the thing that usually gets me when it comes to certain miniatures. Like, they have a banner or a flag, but it's usually blank and they expect you to fill it in. But when the banner has already got the markings for what is supposed to be on it, I prefer that. I mean, yeah, there's going to be the tricky part of trying to paint it, but honestly, I think I'd much rather prefer to do that than the other. Okay. So we've got to do the lower half first with a bit of glue. So this is the lower half that's connecting to the legs. So the legs look like that. And then we glue the upper half on with the banner flag. So apply glue once again around the shoulder pads, all around the waistline there, and plonk them together. Cakewalk. There you go. Torso. Nice and easy. So now we've got to cut away parts 5 and 4, which are his legs. Make sure there's nothing that's going to stick out. Yep, that's fine. Because sometimes when you cut some things away, it looks like there's little knobbly peg joints, and you're like, oh, should I cut that away? He's like, yep, don't worry, it's not a peg joint. Because I don't want to cut away anything I don't want to. They're right here on this foot here, there's clearly a slit, joint part, so it connects properly to its base later, which you can see right there on that piece there. So foot's flat there, there's the extra bit. So that's okay. I'm going to let that dry a minute, because obviously I've got to put these in backwards. So that foot there. And then I have to take part 6, which is the nice frontal ornament on the front of him. And this is, oh boy, a very frail, finicky part. Parts that I really hate the most. There we go. I assume once it's glued on it will be fine, but oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. That's okay. Whew. And 7. What's 7? Oh, I see. 7 is is his pouches and his grenades, I assume. 10 and 11, they appear to be backpack pieces, it looks like. Okay. Nice. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's the burning head of a Chaos Space Marine right there. That's cool. I like it. Let's cut free his arms. Here's a weapon. Let's cut the longest part of the weapon first before you move on to any of the bigger parts. So nothing decides, oh, I'm gonna not work out for you. There. There we go. His pike weapon. Next one is his fire axe. Because he's a man. I mean, he needs an axe. He needs a kick-ass axe. Only kick-ass boys carry axes. Okay, let's cut away the head, which is a hell of an awesome headpiece. I mean, that headpiece is baller. Okay. I almost heartedly stopped for a second there, chat, because these little knobbly bits were not connected to the actual spruce itself, it was just there. So when that piece cut off, I thought, did I just cut something I shouldn't? No, don't worry, it's perfectly fine. Ugh, damn you, scaring the shit out of me. Alright, 11. So 11, side back. In fact, you know what, I won't cut the rest of them out, otherwise I won't know what I'm doing. Legs now. So leg, one leg, blop blotch, bit of glue on there, right there, leg on. And they didn't even come close. There we go. 2 legs. So he stands like, yeah, 1 leg up higher than the rest. Let's slot glue on the front piece here. Maybe just a teeny weeny bit more, not too much, just enough, like so. And place the front of his decorative ornament on. And his central piece, where does that go? Oh, like that, okay. Yeah. Yeah, like so, yep. Beautiful. A little bit more glue to the back of his hip there, and glue that onto there, like so. So the next part would be, what's this? More finicky parts, I guess. Great. Oh, I see, yep. So. There we go. One piece there. And now I assume that's supposed to be like the fuel canisters for his weapon, I'm guessing. Again, I'm just guessing. Oh, yeah, I think I am right. Yep. Okay. Okay. Grab the leg again. Gently hold the body as I apply a little bit more glue. Now make sure I've got the knobbly bit in the right place. There we go. Oh, a little bit of excess glue we don't want. Could just kind of standing out a little bit. There we go. There we go. Nice. Every part is just coming together more and more and more. Aha. Okay, I see. So now his awesome weapon. Arm. No more glue. Arm. Actually, it's coming together a lot easier than I thought he would, to be honest. So arm, joint, lock in place, and connect the base part to that, and slot his arm into. There we go. Look at that. I mean, look at the size of that weapon compared to. It's as big as him. And yes, I am putting him together pretty quickly, chat. I know. I'm just gonna rest him down a little bit and just let those parts I've just glued on stick into place. And then I have to place his axe on, and then I put his head on. But there is more. There is still more to do. So let's see. Oh my, it's the base itself. Okay, so ooh, this is interesting. So the base is actually double layered. So 13. So it's part 13 to start with. There we go. And 14 are stacked on top of each other. And are joined together by these little holes. These 5 little holes on the base, which helps part 14 to fit together nicely. So glue onto where the holes is. And now we just, there we are. Pretty perfect. And then we apply, and then we have these teardrop shaped holes, and they are for the remaining parts. So they seem to get larger as we go along. So 15, part 15. So I will apply glue to the ends, and that slots onto there. Ooh, nice. 16, which is the, so they seem to be getting bigger as they go along. That's fine. No problem with that. There we go. And finally, part 17. And the last piece, which is 18, is the burning head of a Chaos Space Marine, which is the final ornament. And that piece can be placed just in front of the rest of the model, once we get it glued in place. So obviously this piece will go in the front there, kind of like that. And we have the burning head of the Mace Marine on the front there. But obviously I want to at least glue him into place first before we put down the head. So let's continue putting the last piece onto the thing here. Big glue again. I swear I'm getting high off the fumes, which is not good. Lovely. Oh, I'm out of bloody water. You know what? I'm going to crack myself a cold one. Because I need it. I need a cold one. There we go. Much better. Right. So where were we? Oh yes, fire axe. Once again. Glue down there. Bring the axe arm to place, like so. Make sure it's going in. There we go. Axe arm in place, looking good. And of course, the head. Hell yeah. That's awesome. So, now we glue this foot to the base there, and in turn it locks everything else in place. So what I'm going to do is just going to lay him down a little bit, hopefully not on top of anything, just to keep the arm from getting too wet. I will now apply glue to the raised area, which is this part here, just like so, and glue this part to the base, and let that settle into place, like so. Then I will glue foot, and then I'm going to glue the burning lance himself, foot in place, foot on the base there, and once he's finally in place, I will apply the last piece, which is of course the head, the burning head of the Chaos Space Marine. So once again, a little bit more glue right there on the foot, like so, just enough, and here we go. Just pushed in properly. Holy shit, we got him, chat. That was super easy. And finally, the burning head of the Chaos Space Marine. Let me just pick this model up if I can again. Come on. And plonk him about, oh, I see, there, because it slightly connects to the base down here. It actually blends in rather well by connecting to the base there. Thurin, the Burning Lance, and Phoenix Lord of the Fire Dragons. Once again, another absolute baller model. Seriously, these Phoenix Lords are so cool. It just makes me want to get the other ones, which I do not yet have. It's funny, really, because I have the Howling Banshees. I just need to get Jinzar for them. I need to get the, oh god, it's the Reapers, the Dark Reapers, and their Phoenix Lord, who looks fantastic. I have Striking Scorpions. Let me put this guy down, which the Striking Scorpions were part of a kill team. But unfortunately, they have not had a, Phoenix Lord update. But here is the Exarch, which I have already printed. So that's what the Exarch of a Striking Scorpion looks like, which I did in the obvious colours of the striking scorpions, using striking scorpion green to get that nice colour. He's also got his armour grabbing claw right there on his arm as well. Very cool. But that is 3 of the Phoenix Lords, and I think I was wise to do Lycus first, because she was clearly the hardest of the Phoenix Lords to fully put together. Which means, chat, it's time to do the last one. And because I'm only intended to stream for a set number of hours today, this will likely be the last one for the day. But that's fine. We can get on with the Aspect Warriors next time. Let's end off with Asaman. Asaman, who is, as we've already said, the first and the oldest of the Phoenix Lords, the survivor of the fall, founded the first of the Aspect Shrines, and is of course the Phoenix Lord of the Dire Avengers. So let's crack this guy open and finish up. And goddamn, does he look like such a cool model. Okay, so once again. Oh, look, this guy's going to be even easier than the last. I'm not complaining. This will make this... he's got one of those nice cradle bases as well. Cool. In fact, his actual build styles are very similar to the last one. Just a few changes here and there. Cool. Okay. Well, let's do it. 1 and 2. Which is obviously the torso with the lower legs. Oh, sorry, upper legs, sorry. 2. Sorry. 4 and 3. I may as well cut them out as well. 1 minute. Pardon me. And this guy has got pegs in both his legs, so obviously this guy needs to be plonked in a very specific location once he is done. That's fine. And of course he's one of those models that has one of those baller capes, which is all fine and good until you have to glue it in place. This is the case with several of these. Right, torso. Sure I haven't done did the glue up. Why did I do that? There. Just dab dab. I don't like to spread it too much, I like to dab it. Dab on haters. Okay, yeah. Sure I know where to put in my legs. So that's what I want to do is put the wrong leg in the wrong place. There we go. 1 leg. 2 legs. And yes, this particular type of glue really does well. That's 2. Now we need 4 and 5, which are his 2 arms with his pair of shuriken weapons. Shuriken weapon. The ammunition of a shuriken weapon is stored as a solid core of plastic crystal material. A series of psionically induced high energy impulses originate at the weapon's rear and fly through the barrel at terrific speeds. Each impulse strips off a monomolecular slice of ammunition and catapults it from the barrel at supersonic speeds, rendering it lethal to most infantry. So that's how shuriken weapons work. Because I hear the word shuriken weapons, I just think of like the throwing stars. But apparently, no, it doesn't work quite that way for the Aeldari. But now you know. You're learning, chat. You are learning. As am I. I'll be learning a lot more once I read more of this book after stream. Cloak over his sword. So one nice thing about the Phoenix Lords, obviously they're just built one way. You don't have to worry about, you're not going to have extra parts, especially when it comes to like particular characters. It's like, oh, I mean, some characters do have alter builds, like the Adeptus Astartes, with their various characters that can be built, without the helmet, or maybe you want to build it with the helmet. All that malarkey. Cut loose his head. One of that as well, which is a pretty baller looking head with that awesome looking mohawk. Look at that, which is done in both black and white stripes, so that's cool. That's cool, and I can actually see a little bit of lining at the very base that tells you when the colours separate. Good on you, Games Workshop, for doing that. That's fantastic. That will really help. And of course, just like Fugen, he's also got his own banner attached to his back. And just like Fugen, it's also ready to go, so you just need to fill in the blanks with the appropriate colours. And the good thing is we have, the actual boxes that show you how it's supposed to look, which is great. Oh, cut free, please. Nice and easy. There we go. I love even the small details, like on what's supposed to be the base as well. Like this one piece of base here has got a random vine growing up out of it. Oh, actually, it's got a few vines growing out of it. That's kind of cool. Nature is taking over. Shoulder pads. So, yeah, so literally, chat, all I'm doing at this point is I'm just cutting all of the parts out in advance so I can just quickly assemble it. So, base. Snip, snip, snip. Snippity, snip, snip, snip. There we go. Come on. There you go. Let me just check the base stuff, baseline. How does that work? Oh, I see, like that. Okay. Wait, is that right? Is that right? Let me see. Oh, it is right. Okay. So you know what? I'm just gonna glue that into place right now. Because of course I'm going to glue that into place right blooming now. Why would I not want everything to just be prepped and ready to go? So 1 foot there, 1 foot there. Nice. Cool. So put that glue into place, and let's carry on. Where were we? Ah yes, arms. So 1 arm pointing outwards and 1 arm upwards. So a little bit of glue. There we go. 1 firing outwards and 1 arm holding upwards. Although first off I need to take the mould remover and remove just a little bit of a build up around there. There we go. Make it a bit cleaner. There we go. In fact, let me move this a little bit more. There we go. Just a little bit more around those areas, like so. Lovely. Ooh. Now there we go. Just like that. And then we have to apply the cape to the back, which is just, you see, just slots into place. Well, that slots in very quickly and easily. Excellent. Painting capes is always going to be the fun part on these models, but I have painted models with capes already attached to them before. I can do it as always with these. This means I've got to take a little more time with them, but that's okay. Oh, come on, there we go. Cape on. In fact, there's a little bit of spruce build up here, which we don't want. So I'll just cut that out, because that's just in the way. There we go. Lovely. So that's in place. We then need to apply his sword arm. So the sword goes onto there, like so. So let me just see, where's the sword? Oh yeah, I saw this. Yep, okay. It's going to be fun to try and get this hand on, because I already put the cape on before I put the hand on, but we can do it. Just got to be a little more accurate. There we go. lens on properly. Yep. Look at that. Man, that is a killer sword. Looks simple, but you realise the sword's just like... No, this sword's going to jolt outwards and it's going to be killer. Awesome. Okay, so the continuing part of the cape is right here. So we need to join the waist with the cape here. So once again, glue and the leg here, and the strip right down cape line, so it will connect up nicely. Connect the waist and the cape up. Oh boy, it's always fun when you're trying to mould up the mould lines between both of these. There we go, just sort of line that up a little bit more, like so. Careful, just try not to clip anything I don't want to clip there. So very nearly made his leg do something I didn't want him to do. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Lovely jubbly. Oh, almost lovely bloody jubbly. Jesus, I'm finding more bloody mould lines here than the last few bits. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I got a few mould lines. It's gonna happen. What? Whoop, big whoop. More mould bloody lines. Jesus. Thought if they cut it all nicely, and they just keep finding, oh, there's a mould line here, there's a mould line here you forgot, there's a mould line here you forgot. There we go. Shoulder piece on. So now, okay, so now it's just the back piece, the head, and in fact, you know what, I will put the head on first before I put the banner on with his rest of his backpack. Okay. Come on, head. Oh yeah, there you go. Make sure that the there you go. Want to make sure that the chin is touching the shoulder pad, so that tells you you've got it in the right spot. And now, finish off. We now apply the backpack with the banner. Somehow, come on. Why isn't that? Oh, there we go. I didn't quite have it lined up properly. Look at that, chat. Wow. And this is based off of a model from years ago. Like, literally, this model was one of the oldest. Now we finish off. Glue to the feet. Apply glue to the feet, like so. and slot him in place. Wow, he fitted in so perfectly there. Let's glue this base down. First bits of glue. Come on, baby. Fit together for me, like so. And there he is, chat. Asaman, the hand of Asian. Yet again, an absolutely incredible model. Look at that. So that is all 4 of the Phoenix Lords. Asaman, Fugan, Baharov, and Lycus. That is all 4 of the Phoenix Lords. Make sure you can all see. All of the Phoenix Lords completed. Incredible. And what a fun build these were, my gosh. Oh, they are, honestly, it's tricky to pick a favourite because they are all incredible. Lycus, again, I mean, now that her web's now locked in place, is an incredible looking model, leaping literally out of the web, out of the warp to attack. So you can imagine the colours and all that can really come from this model itself. Incredible. This one was the shits. This one was the tough one to put together. So I'm kind of glad that I did her first. But you know what? Now that I look at it, after all that hard work, it was worth it. This one took easily the longest amount of time. Baharov, my second one, is arguably the easiest of the lot to put together, but that doesn't make his presence any more awesome looking. He is truly an incredible model. This is definitely, like I said, it looks like it's going to be one of my favourites, and he still is one of my favourites. So cool. And again, we have Fugan of the Fire Dragons, who looks absolutely baller with his fire axe and his enormous fire pike that's as big as him. I mean, just adding like a burning skull of, a Chaos Space Marine is just, the cherry on the cake. And of course, Asaman himself. Truly, he may be the more simpler of the lot, but hell, any kind of character who can rock a cape like that, you pretty much nailed it spot on. And that is truly incredible. Oh, I am super happy with all of them. And I mean, literally, chat, I am super, super happy. Let me just check my thing over here a minute. Oh dear. Okay, that looks good. Oh, quick another flip through the book. Like the Howling Banshees, the Swooping Hawks, Fire Dragons, Warp Spiders, Dark Reapers. That's one group that I do not have, and they're Phoenix Lord, Mukhan Ra, Striking Scorpions, which I do have, which I already showed you, and they're, Phoenix Lord, Cadandrus, the Shadow Hunter. Unfortunately for Cadandrus, he has not had a updated model done for him, so unfortunately it's still old school and I don't think you can get your hands on it anymore, sadly. But since they've done these, I mean, Phoenix Lords, maybe he'll get a model hopefully in the future, which will be handy because he'll go along well with my Phoenix Lords. And apparently there's also Shining Spears, Crimson Hunters, all that good stuff. There's so much. And like I said, there are actually a few other vehicles. This is not all the models. There are a couple that are missing here. So for instance, like I said, we are missing, we didn't get my hands on the Walkers, because there are the War Walkers that recently came out, and the Wave Serpents, which are the troop infantry ships, because I only have so much to spend, chat. But that's okay. That is absolutely fine by me. I am not bothered in the slightest by that. Oh, dear me. Drink, drink, drink. Whew. So with that done, we have pretty much hit the nail right on the coffin there. We've got all these guys done, so I am super happy with that. Not too bad to start the day. So really it's a case of where are we going to go now? Because obviously we may as well raid out, because I only planned to do a 2-hour stream today, so obviously I wasn't going to get all these models done. So we've still got the fire dragons, we've still got the warp spiders, we've still got the swooping hawks to do. So we're going to do that in our next video. In the meantime, we should raid out and say hello to another awesome being on the internet. So we're going to do that, and I know exactly where we're going to go. We are going to go and visit an awesome friend who's been an absolutely incredible being. We're going to go and raid Vixie. Vixie, oh hang on, we are unable to, oh no, we can't, oh I guess we can't raid her. Oh, bumholes. I honestly hoped we'd be able to raid out to Vixie today, because she's been such an incredible being when it comes to doing games of her, really. So that's kind of a bummer. I kind of hoped she'd not have her things locked off. Oh well, we'll just have to find somebody else we can raid out. Hummer, no, Hummer's been streaming for ages. Yeah. Goldine's been streaming for ages. Let me see here. Who have we got who we can raid? Come on, chat. Raid out to somebody at least. Oh, hello. It looks like we have someone who is doing some building of their own here. Hello, hello. Let's take a look at what they're doing quickly. Okay. We have somebody else who's doing making and building, it seems. Yes. Let's go and see if we can raid this chat one. Are we available to do so? Yes, we are. Okay. We're going to go and raid out to Screaming Doggo, who's doing some building of their own. Yep. One viewer raid. We're ready to raid out momentarily. So again, chat, thank you super hecking much for today's video. It was for those who've come in and joined me. I super appreciate it. I am going to raid out. sure I got the. I think you get the thing right, didn't you? Okay. Chat, again, thank you so hecking much for today. You've been an absolute treat. I will be back, hopefully by tomorrow, with some more videos. Till then, I'll catch you all in my next video. Layers!